everyone, it's Eunice and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to do a review of the Flower Beauty Foundation and Concealer. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Foundation, and I've heard a lot of good reviews about it and also bad reviews. But the bad reviews are typically from girls with oilier skin type, which makes the foundation for them too hydrating, or it makes their oily skin look more oily. And as I've mentioned in my past videos, I do have dry skin, and I like to emphasize that I have super dry skin, so whenever I use matte foundations, it really doesn't work for me. It's super cakey, and my problem is there are not a lot of hydrating foundations that are kind of a full coverage foundation, and whenever I look for a foundation, that's what I like. And a lot of the reviews of the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation is that it's hydrating and it's full coverage, so that's why I wanted to try it. I'm gonna be honest, I've been wearing this for a couple of times now, and I've already filmed like an initial wear test of this, but when I filmed the wear test, I forgot to put on primer, which I feel like is unfair for the foundation, so I didn't end up uploading that, so that's why I'm refilming today. I am in the shade Soft Sand, and this foundation also has SPF 18, which is good enough for like gloomy days, but not good for summer days. So I've already applied sunscreen and moisturizer on my face, and this foundation actually retails for about $13.99 at Ulta. I've also heard that it is a good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I've been waiting for it to become available at Sephora so I can buy it. So yeah, and then the other product is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. A lot of the reviews also say that this is also a hydrating concealer, and it is, as you can see, full coverage. That's what it says. Enough of the babbling, let's get on to the video. So first off, for foundations that has like kind of a luminous finish or like a hydrating glowy finish, I like to use primers. It doesn't have a glowy feel to it. Today I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I've been liking using a sponge with this foundation, so that's what I'm using today. I've been loving the Morphe sponge, and it's the shape right here. It doesn't really replace my beauty blender, but I've been liking it, and it's only $7. So let's go back to the foundation. The foundation does come with a pump, and it has over 30 ml or 1 fluid ounces of product. So as you can see, it's kind of runny, but not too runny, so you know that it has a medium coverage. Okay, just to show you guys the initial first layer, I have one layer of the foundation right here. It's good enough coverage for every day, and it covered a lot of my redness and veins that are popping out. As you can see, this is the side without any foundation, and as you can see, it kind of like blurred out any imperfections. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and apply foundation on this side as well, and then we're gonna build it to a medium coverage after. So here is one layer of the foundation. Looking at it on my mirror, has blurred out my imperfections. It's not yet super covered. Like, I would say it's like a light coverage just for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on applying and put on a second layer and build the coverage up a little bit more. So here is what the foundation looks like with the second layer. Right off the bat with my initial thoughts, it has a pretty good coverage. It's super easy to blend. It didn't take me that long to blend it out, and it doesn't have a matte finish. It doesn't have a matte finish, which I like. As you can see, there's a little bit of glow to it, and I didn't use any glowy primer. So as you can see, it's really the foundation that's making my skin glowy, and even with the coverage that it gives my face, it's still glowy. Because a lot of times when it's full coverage or like a medium coverage foundation, a lot of times it is matte. It being a matte formula helps with covering up, you know, imperfections in the face. But with this foundation, it has a good coverage, but it's not too matte that it makes my face look flat. Okay, so now let's use the concealer. This is in the shade Medium Honey. Has 6 grams of product or 0.21 ounces. It has a really thin wand, as you can see. I really like using this side of the sponge for like blending out my under eye concealer, like on this area. And then when it comes to like near my inner eye corner, I go for the pointy space. Pointy space, pointy side. There we have it. Look at that concealer. The coverage is good enough that it covers my under eye dark circles, but it's also not matte. It kind of has the same finish as the foundation, which I also love because I've been saying this quite a lot. I really like hydrating formulas or like formulas with like dewy finishes because I do have dry skin. Sometimes I'll do like matte finishes, but it depends on like the time of day or what I'm feeling for the day. I feel like it's also similar to my Too Faced Multi-Use Concealer. And if you're looking to try the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, you should go ahead and try the Flower Beauty first because I really think that it has a similar finish. It both has good coverage, and the Too Faced one retails for $29 and this Flower Beauty retails for about $9.99, which is kind of a big deal, but the Too Faced also comes with a lot more product in it because it has a bigger packaging. So here is what the foundation looks like. Because it has a dewy finish and kind of a glowy finish, I really like setting it with powder. So what I'm gonna use for today is the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. And the way that I've been liking how to apply like my loose powder, I don't usually bake it anymore. I just use my Morphe sponge and this side right here, which is this flat edge. I put a little bit of product there and I kind of just go around my face and start patting the powder all over. This I feel like helps set my face makeup, but also gives it a natural coverage and a natural finish, as opposed to like fully baking my face. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup and I'll be right back to give you guys my initial thoughts on the Flower Beauty foundation and concealer. Okay, so I am back. I just did kind of a neutral look with a pop of color with my lips. My initial thoughts for the foundation, not really initial thoughts because as I said, I've been wearing this a ton, and the first time that I tried to film a wear test, I did put primer on, which I felt like was not fair or was unfair to the foundation, so today I did it right. And yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys my initial thoughts on it. Like I said, it has a good coverage. It covered a lot of my imperfections, and I didn't even bake my face today. I just pat some powder all over my face to, you know, just set the foundation and not really add that much coverage because the foundation in itself already had a good coverage, as well as the concealer. The concealer is not creasing in any way. It was also not creasing that quick because a lot of times there are some concealer formulas wherein if you blend it on your face and then don't set it right away, it's going to start to crease. Like you have to rush and set it with powder right away. With this concealer, I was able to do both sides of my under eyes without it creasing on me, and even with that time that it took me to set it, looking at it in the mirror and on camera, it's not creasing at all, and it has a really good coverage. It's not too matte. It looks kind of natural, not really natural because it is kind of full coverage, but I really like it. I like this look, and some people out there doesn't like full coverage looks, they want natural looks, but for me, I think this is perfect. It's like the in-between of like a full coverage look and a natural look. Like it's full coverage, but it's not matte and it doesn't make it look like you have that much makeup on. So I really like it, and the color is right for my skin as well. I don't think it oxidizes in any way, shape, or form, and the formula is really good. It's not caking up on my skin. Like I said, I've already worn this a couple of times and a lot of times, and I know how it performs on my skin. It doesn't settle on any lines at all, and as the day goes by, I really think that the wear is comparable to my Too Faced Born This Way foundation and concealer. The way I applied it today and the way that it looks right now, it's how it's gonna look look like after the day is over. So yeah, I've been really loving this combo right here. Similar to the Too Faced combo, like the concealer and the foundation. That is how I feel about these two products right here. And the fact that they're all only from the drugstore and it doesn't cost that much. Like this combo right here will cost you below $20 or like $20-25, and it's really not that bad for the coverage that it gives your face and the hydrating look that it gives my dry skin face, and the way that it performs, the blendability and the coverage that it gives my face. I really think that I did get my bang for my buck. So if you're looking to try the foundation or the concealer from Flower Beauty, I highly recommend it if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, you might try to bake your face after because it is really hydrating. Like looking at it on camera, as you can see naman, it's really glowy and I have dry skin so just really bake it and apply a lot of like maybe a matte setting spray after. What I applied for today is just the Morphe setting spray, and I think it's really good because it doesn't really add that much to it. That is everything that I have to say for this foundation and concealer. I really hope that you do get to try it because if you have dry skin, it's such like right now pa lang, I know that it's going to be in my favorites or my holy grail for this year because I really love it. I didn't expect it to be this good, like especially the concealer. So far, this is my favorite drugstore concealer for this year. I'm gonna stop talking now, and that's everything that I have to say for the concealer and the foundation. If you like this video and if you found it helpful in any way, shape, or form, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more makeup reviews, beauty related videos, and whatnot, hauls, whatever, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!